Hello everyone, I am back with another Wi-Fi battle as usual, and this battle is going to be a battle that I had in a tournament that was hosted by Joder on his stream on Twitch many months ago. And my opponent for this round is actually going to be BasykGamer, and this is going to be an OU battle because this tournament is an OU battle. OU tournament, idiot, I swear. But anyway, yeah, this is BasykGamer, and I'm going to lead off with Arcanine. I was gonna say Arcanine because I was thinking Volcanion, but yeah, I go into Arcanine, and he's gonna lead off with Uxie. And the first thing I want to do with this Arcanine against Uxie is go straight for the Toxic, because I don't want this thing to be fat and just set up rocks and then just T-Wave and then just set up screens in my face and then just set up all kinds of stuff. So I know that's exactly what this Uxie is for, considering he led with it basically. So as you can see, there he goes with the Stealth Rocks. So I was like, okay, that's good. Now here, I'm not predicting anything. I'm just gonna go for Flare Blitz just to weaken this thing as fast as possible, getting damage on this Uxie while also taking poison damage every turn. Is very useful for me. So, but here he surprises me with a Trick Room, and I was like, oh my god. And then this actually made me look at the team, his team once again. And then this is when I realized, oh my goodness, this is actually a Trick Room team. This dude actually brought a Trick Room team, and a lot of my teams are usually not prepared for Trick Room, honestly. So I had to switch out Arcanine here because, well, I don't have to switch him out. I just didn't want to take a possible Toxic on this thing, so I switched in Magearna. But he's just going to go for the Memento, which is actually really annoying because now I'm at -2 in special attack. And now I'm going to see what else he's going to go into, and he's probably going to go into a hyper offensive mon now that his Trick Room is up, which is annoying. He's going to go into Alolan Marowak, which is actually really bad because, yeah, Magearna doesn't fare well against this thing, and Trick Room is up, and this Magearna is actually meant to be a Shift Gear one that can set up and outspeed everything, but this is a Trick Room team, so therefore Shift Gear is very useless in this battle. But I switch into Swampert here because this is literally my only switch into Alolan Marowak, unfortunately. And I was hoping he wouldn't go for Shadow Bone, but he thankfully goes for Flare Blitz. Now he goes for Shadow Bone though, which is actually annoying. And he does a lot of damage, which is really annoying. That I'm actually grateful that I actually have this Yapapa Berry still, because it puts me back at full HP, and now I'm able to phase this thing out so that he doesn't freaking just stay here, because I have no switch-ins for Marowak, unfortunately. Nor this Cronont, which is once again annoying. Here, what I was going to do was just get my rocks up. It was either that or Earthquake. But he goes for knockoff and he gets a crit with it, and he just takes out my Swampert, which is annoying because I think I could have still lived with that if it wasn't for the crit, but whatever. Trick Room is gone now, so now I just send in Tapu Lele. And I believe here I double switch because the switch into Tapu Lele just to go for the Moonblast is very obvious, so I figured, you know what, now let's just retreat and go into Crobat and see what he wants to go into as a result. And the reason why I had to make this double switch regardless was because he got his rocks up and I couldn't get my rocks up with Swampert, so I definitely had to make this risky play. And he goes into Maggie, which is the Magearna, and now I have to go straight for the Defog because, yeah. And if this thing KOs me with an Ice Beam or Thunderbolt, well, that's going to be unfortunate, but I have to do what I have to do. Instead here, this Magearna is going to set up a Trick Room yet again, and this is actually super annoying actually, because this literally means that his whole team is based around Trick Room, which means this team is actually going to have like a huge, I don't know. It's gonna be chaotic basically. This battle is already chaotic as it is. I have to switch in Arcanine because it's the only thing that can take a Flash Cannon and a Floor Cannon from this thing. But crazily enough, this guy actually runs Electrium Z on this Magearna and has Gigable Havoc, which is really like annoying. Like everything in this battle has been super annoying so far. He has Trick Room, he has Pokemon with Trick Room, and now he has weird ass sets. It's crazy. So, thankfully I am able to live this surprisingly. I thought I wouldn't be able to take this as well. I thought this thing would actually lead me to red, if not straight up KO it, but it doesn't. So, I switch out and go into Crobat just to sack it because I'm looking at his team. There's really no need for Crobat. And on top of that, I needed to stall out these Trick Room turns somehow because he, like, this guy had me in tight situations, honestly, just because this guy, like the team that I'm carrying is not meant to be slow. It's actually meant to be fast and just offensive and just take a lot of freaking, just put a lot of pressure. But this guy is actually putting the pressure on me because he has Trick Room up, which is negating all my speed mons to do any work basically. So here I send in Sharpedo after losing Crobat just to protect and stall out another turn of Trick Room. And then here I believe I switch into Tapu Lele, which was in fact a risky play because he could have just gone for the Floor Cannon. But here, I guess right here, he made a, I guess he mistimed his Trick Room turns and probably thought Trick Room was gone already, but he just goes for Trick Room again while the Trick Room was still up. And he actually ends up reverting the dimensions back to normal. And as a result, I'm able to outspeed this now and go for the Hidden Power Fire, which cuts this thing's HP in half, and now I just have to let Tapu Lele die to a Flash Cannon, which sucks, because this Tapu Lele could have put in work, but unfortunately, given that this team is all just centered around Trick Room, it's like, what? Oh my god. This thing was just so annoying, honestly, to deal with. I just wanted to be offensive and finally do something, so I just went for the Hidden Power Fire. And here I definitely go for the Flare. Here I go into Arcanine and I definitely try to go for Flare Blitz rather than Morning Sun because this thing was at +2 and I didn't want to risk him just staying in and going for Thunderbolt at +2, which Arcanine would not be able to take out. Basically. So I definitely go for Flare Blitz here. And then since he switched in Cresselia, I was like, you know what? He's probably going to want to do some substitute shenanigans. So I definitely go for Toxic right here. Hoping that I can outspeed the Cresselia because some Cresselias seem to outspeed certain mons. I don't know. I never know the sets of these Cresselias, so I was just hoping I can outspeed and this thing wouldn't go for substitute. Thankfully, it's a bulky Cresselia, it seems, and I do get to outspeed it and I do get the Toxic off. But now this thing is going to set up yet again another goddamn Trick Room. It's like, oh my god, can you just stop with the damn Trick Rooms? This team really had me on my last nerves, I tell you. Because, man, I couldn't stand this, honestly. This entire Trick Room strat was really annoying. Here he's going to switch out and go into Marowak. I think I doubled as well. I don't know what I was predicting. At this point I was just super tilted because this guy was getting me like on my nerves with this Trick Room team. And I just switch in and then I switch out because I didn't want to lose Magearna yet. I just switched out because I didn't know why I was switching out, honestly. I switched back in Arcanine just to get the Intimidate off and hopefully he doesn't go for Shadow Bone. He doesn't, he goes for Flare Blitz, which is good. I'm able to take it. Had he gone for Shadow Bone here, I might have very well lost Arcanine here. But thankfully I don't lose him just yet. And because of the Intimidate, here I make another switch into Sharpedo. And hoping to goodness sake that he can actually take the Shadow Bone that might come afterwards here. Surprisingly, he doesn't go for Shadow Bone. He actually goes for the Boomerang, which thanks to Arcanine's Intimidate, it wasn't able to take out Sharpedo. So I'm actually Gucci right there. So what I'm going to do here is protect as I Mega Evolve, basically. Because there's no need to get +1 speed against a Trick Room team with Sharpedo here. So I'm just going to Mega Evolve into Mega Sharpedo and just protect. Because I need to still stall out these Trick Room turns. And it doesn't seem like he's going to want to switch back into Magearna to try to set it up again. He does go for Swords Dance, but that's very, very pointless because in this turn is where the Trick Room goes back to normal. And here, I just get to outspeed this and go for a Crunch. Kill it, thankfully, because this thing was actually a huge threat. It was pissing me off too. Because this guy just sets up Trick Room and then this thing comes in and just starts destroying everything. And that was just getting on my goddamn nerves. But anyway, he goes into Crawdaunt now, and now he's going to not Aqua Jet me for some reason. So I just go for Crunch here and get some damage off. And then he's going to go for a knockoff, which is going to take out my Sharpedo, given how weakened it is right now. And here, I believe I go into Magearna, and this is where I commit a misplay, basically. Because what I should have done here was just go for the Floor Cannon, but I just didn't want to be at -1. But unfortunately, this actually was the cause of my Magearna's demise here, because I go for Flash Cannon, so, hoping that I'd be able to take it out because Crawdaunt's special defense isn't the greatest, but this thing is just going to one-shot me with a Crab Hammer, which, thanks to adaptability and the Life Orb, is just able to one-shot it, which is ridiculous. Thankfully, though, it was Life Orb, and it just goes down to its own Life Orb, thankfully. But it did suck to have to lose Magearna that way, because that thing could have just destroyed the rest of this guy's team, which, by the way, was getting on my goddamn nerves at this point. Here, I was already just I was just sweating and just super like irritated because god damn, this guy was just setting up Trick Room, and then oh my god, I know I shouldn't be like getting pissed over this, but god, this was so annoying. He goes into Magearna, and I was like, you're not getting another Trick Room up. I'm going straight for the Flare Blitz. I don't care if you try to double switch, I'll get damage on whatever you switch in. I go for Flare Blitz, he does stay in, and I just get to take out that Magearna, thankfully. Now here into this Cresselia, because this thing is toxic, I'm just going to go straight for the Morning Sun. And if he goes for Trick Room again, whatever, I don't care. I'm just going to get damage one way or another. But here what I'm going to do is just get HP back with Morning Sun. He's going to go for that damn Trick Room that he's so persistent in getting. And here I'm just going to get more recovery. And I think here, because I thought he was going to go straight for the attack, I went for another Morning Sun. But here he actually surprises me and goes for a Lunar Dance, which is like, what the? Why even go for that? I guess here he probably figured that he'd probably just get Toxic Stalled by this Arcanine, so I guess he figured, let's just hasten the process and just end this and just get cut to the chase and go straight to Mega Mawile, because this Cresselia doesn't seem like it can do anything. And if it did, it probably would have gone for Toxic or something, but he didn't seem to carry that, so I guess that's why he went for Lunar Dance. Here he's gonna finally go into his last Pokemon, which is Mega Mawile. Definitely the Mega. Gets the Intimidate before Mega Evolving, which sucks because now my Arcanine is gonna have reduced power with Flare Blitz, and Mega Mawile's defenses actually are buffed after Mega Evolution. So here he's just gonna go for Thunder Punch. It's gonna outspeed because he got the Trick Room up before letting his Cresselia go down. Now here I'm gonna go for the Flare Blitz just to get some damage. And thanks to the fact that Flare Blitz has a high base power and its stab on Arcanine, I am able to still two-shot this Mawile, Mega Mawile. So what I need to do here is actually just be able to take this thing out. I need to live this Thunder Punch. But what I do instead here, instead of going for the Flare Blitz right away, I'm going to go for the Morning Sun to see if I can actually take the hit better. And it actually made things all the more better because he actually went for Play Rough here for some reason. I don't know why. But I went for the Morning Sun here, and then I was able to just simply get the HP back. But here he's going to go for Thunder Punch again. And this was what I was not hoping for. I got the paralysis and I was like, are you freaking serious? Thankfully I don't get freaking paralyzed here and actually freaking lose the game, because crap dang it, after all the annoyance in this battle, I so did not want to lose this, honestly. But yeah, that's gonna be a good game to BasykGamer. But goddamn, that team was so damn annoying. It got on my goddamn nerves. I was bitching like a dumbass all night just because of how annoying this battle was. But I had to relax, obviously, because this was just round 1 of the tournament, and because I won, now I have to move on to round 2, basically, which will be in the next video. So thank you all for watching, and I apologize if I complained a little bit, but it's because this battle in retrospect was just so stressful and annoying that, yeah, it's hard for me to actually keep it together, you know. But thank you for watching nonetheless, and you guys can leave your thoughts below. Feel free to criticize how much of a whiny crybaby I can be sometimes, but yeah, I'll just don't be too you know, but you can criticize, just don't be too hard on me, please. And anyways, thank you for watching once again, and I'll see you guys in the next battle. So yeah, catch you later.